Hey everyone, Dolan Jablonski, Oak Insurance Group. Hope everyone's doing well. Good start to the new year. I'm going to be doing a new series this year. We're different ones, but the first one we're going to be starting is landscaping. We're going to be addressing different things in every video: cost, different coverages, problems, hidden things to keep an eye on, all sorts of different things: workers' compensation, theft, which is always a big problem, employees, vehicles, right? Cost of auto insurance, right? But the first video we're going to talk about, right, going back to what I said before, is cost, right? How do you determine cost, right? It's always a big thing for every business owner is cost, right? What's a cost to insure my business? And so there are three factors that go into that, right, for landscaping. One, how many employees you have, right? So that's related to workers' compensation and sometimes even payroll inside of that general liability policy or your BOP, your business owner's policy. Two, your equipment, right? Mowers, trimmers, weed whackers, right? The more equipment you have, right, the more expensive it is to insure that, right? And then if you're doing more than just mowing, right? Are you doing hardscaping, right? Are you also doing some power washing, right? Are you also doing maybe a little bit of chemical work, right? Every time you add a little bit more, it could be more exposure to the insurance carrier, and therefore, potentially more cost to you, right? And we want to get that properly insured, right? You don't want to have a claim because of that thing that you were doing and not have coverage, right? And so, all those three things are some of the biggest factors. Some of the averages that we see range anywhere from about $500 to $1,000 per year for a solo operator, right? So if you're a one-person crew, if you have about 3 people in a trailer, anywhere, let's say from $1,500 to $3,000, and if you need to add workers' compensation, right? So that's 3 W-2 employees of any kind. Once you hit that number in the state of Georgia, you have to carry work comp. So if you have 3 part-time, 3 full-time, doesn't matter. Once you hit 3, you got to carry work comp. You're looking at about $100 per employee, right? That's what you can expect to pay, okay? And so, this is a good barometer, right, for you as a business owner that you want to keep an eye on and that you want to have when you're talking about, hey, am I paying too much? Am I paying about right? If I'm paying way under that, you may not be properly insured. You may not be insuring all of your equipment, right? You may be missing coverage, right? While these are just estimates, reach out to us, right? We insure multiple landscaping companies. We can run a quote in about 10 minutes, and we can really speak to you in deep detail about what you're doing, your equipment, your employees, and we will really figure out your business and get you properly insured. We're not going to worry about sales pitches. We're going to get you properly insured. We're going to make sure your business is protected, because that's what's most important. Dolan Jablonski, Oak Insurance Group. Look forward to the next video.